Cool.
Cool. Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
Mind having you start out while I go to the bathroom?
Yeah, certainly. How's everybody doing?
Doing alright. How about yourself?
Rocking and rolling.
Yay.
Awesome possum.
Not nearly as good as Carly, who just got a 10 hands massage.
It's very true.
Alright.
Can you imagine 10 hands?
So, I don't think I can.
They should, you know what? Why don't they do that more? Because, you know, when you're getting a massage, like at Massage Envy, I get one sometimes. And, you know, they have one person touching your whole body, but then you're like, you're sore though. Like, it was nice having all the hands. Like, they could probably, I don't know, maybe because it's money. I don't know. Then you'd have to pay more.
Oh yeah, I mean,
But
5 people.
They should offer that at least.
Agreed.
Right? If I want to pay for that, why not have that available?
Yeah.
I think that one's more a matter of if you've got the money, you ask for it.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll
Right.
ask for it once I have
Call them
money.
in advance. Hey, get them all there because I need your best.
I want 6 hands on me for $20 an hour.
Per hand.
I'll be there at 7:15.
You can hire Goro if you want.
Well, tonight, Ashton and I were talking about this earlier, and we thought there's a million things we could talk about, but what if we discussed a time when somebody did a small act of kindness for us,
Oh.
any act of kindness, and how it impacted our life? That sound like a good topic?
Yeah.
Anything come to mind for anybody right out of the gate?
I have a list that's too long of those.
I know,
So-
right?
So go. Yeah.
Okay. Mine is, so when I was working in Alaska, Skagway, Alaska, my boss's name was Jeannie. And she was like, you know, she moved to Alaska in the 1970s. She's fucking cool. Like, made all this local jewelry. She made local jewelry and sold it. And that was the shop. It was all the artists could sell their local jewelry, like fossilized woolly mammoth tusk. Like carved, fucking good shit, you know?
Cool.
And during that time, I was working for her. Well, one of the times I worked for her a lot, back and forth. But one of the years, I was pretty sick. Like, emotionally, you know, you've seen me in this state. A lot of you've seen me in this state before, but it was pretty bad during that time. I was using a cane. I could barely walk, so I was drinking so much alcohol, and I wasn't eating barely. And then, I was having a lot of pain in my side here, and to be honest, I've learned, I think it was probably holding my sexual trauma there, like that not even that I was aware of at the time, you know, like that I didn't want to think about, or, you know, whatever you call it, repress, whatever. And anyways, long story short, the beautiful thing that Jeannie did for me was, so I have a hard time with I'm a people pleaser, or I'm working on it. But with bosses, I have a hard time, like, taking a day off or calling in. Like, even if I haven't called in all year, like, if I have the flu, it's hard for me to say, hey, I can't. Like, I usually force myself to go just because I was, you know, that's what I was taught. That's what our culture teaches us, you know, like, if you're sick, suck it up. My mom said, take an ibuprofen, suck it up, and get to work. Like, why are you laying on the couch? You know, I was never allowed to lay on the couch or watch TV or, you know, anything. I was made to work. Anyways, so Jeannie was beautiful because she was like, one day I went to work. I was really hungover. I had done acid the day before. I was still like super jittery. Like, I hadn't slept very much. And I went to work anyways, and I was like trying to stand up. Even I could barely stand up. It was so bad. Anyways, long story short, she was like, you don't look great, and I think you should take the day off. And I was like, really? That's okay? You know, like, I'm not gonna get fired. Or, like, I also just wanted, she'd done so much for me, like, emotionally, spiritually. Like, I look up to her still. We're still, like, in close contact. And it's like, really, like, do you have help? Do you need me? You know, and she's like, go home. And it was the first time someone had even work-wise, a boss had noticed that I wasn't doing well and had offered it to me before I had to ask and be shamed for it, So that was a big, big thing for me.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah.
Because you'd never really allowed yourself to do that before. And then she offers it up. Beautiful.
Yeah, it was cool.
Thanks for sharing. How has it, I mean, obviously you're still carrying that with you, but what were some of the ways that it impacted you?
I realized, you really, I couldn't even work for her that day. I was just a physical body in the shop. I could barely talk to client or customers, so, I realized, and now running my own company, it's I don't have employees yet. Sometimes I'll ask a friend to help, but I cannot go to work if I'm sick even for myself, because even for myself I will go to work for a client because they're expecting me there. And on Wednesday, what's today, Thursday? On Wednesday I almost went to work yesterday. Actually, I did end up at work, but I was supposed to be at a client's house earlier that day and I wasn't feeling good, emotionally mostly, honestly. I was I'm fine physically, let's just get there, and I was just I couldn't even get the Uber. I was so out of sorts. So I just told her, hey, my grandpa passed recently, I am still processing. I don't want to use that as an excuse, but it also is something that I want to hold dear to me. I shouldn't have to, my grandpa, who was the closest to in my Almendinger family, past, that is more priority than making money, of course it's responsible to keep making money, but I could tell my client, hey, something happened to me, don't worry about me, I'm okay, but I need to, someone passed dearly to me recently and I need to kind of take some time this week, can we meet on Monday? And just communicate it more clearly rather than being lying, I used to lie, having my grandpa passed is an easy excuse. But for some reason I think I didn't want to burden them with oh my gosh, are you okay? I wanted that so I'd be I don't know, make up some shitty excuse. So I don't lie anymore. I'm we're all human. This is where I'm at today, and I don't need to apologize.
Well, that's good. That's a good realization to come to. I've kind of come to the same comprehension myself, that I don't need to apologize for being myself.
Yeah.
If your heart's in the right place, then you shouldn't have to apologize for anything, because if people take offense, then that's their problem for perceiving that way.
Because it's more of an insecurity in their self? Or okay, you taught me that one time.
Yeah, he's really right.
I see that more after you explain that to me. And
I can't move on until you apologize to me. I can't move on in my life until you say you're sorry.
Yeah. Or I can't see you until you tell me you're my sister again.
I can't say that I'm sorry, because I'm not sorry. I'm human.
Actually,
Humans are not sorry. They're quite incredible.
Wait, say that again?
I don't feel like a sorry ass piece of anything right now.
I can't say I'm sorry, because that would be a lie, because I'm not sorry. I'm human, and humans are incredible.
Link!
I can be apologetic.
No,
I can empathize.
apologetic.
I can sympathize, but I cannot be sorry. And fuck you for thinking that anybody should be.
Is there a difference between an apology and being sorry?
I would say yes. Being sorry is indicative of a taking a lower vibration on purpose as penance.
Because it's in relation to
It's self-flagellation. It's like the religious guilt that comes with. Oh no, I did something that's prescribed.
Prescribed.
Or proscribed.
Breaking a social norm.
An apology is
For not abiding your expectation. No.
Yeah,
screw
you can
that.
apologize without being sorry real easily.
Yeah.
And the apology is the full accountability talk. It's like, hey, if I realize that I've done something that I didn't, well, why wouldn't I bring that up to help balance that all out? Because I wasn't relatable right then, and I'm bringing acknowledgement to the fact that I wasn't myself being a relatable thing right then.
Yeah.
So if I'm trying to deepen the relationship, of course I'd want to apologize.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Does anybody thank you for sharing
Yeah,
that,
thank you.
girls?
Thanks for listening.
Powerful. Did you have something you wanted to share next?
We're still sorting.
On apologies and sorries or
No, on the kindness.
kindness. Okay. For a good few years, random kindness really was like what got me through life. Literally, like from place to place, from meal to meal, everything that like came my way taught me gratitude and acceptance. 'Cause that's hard. Pride. Pride is like will get in the way. Because in order to be generous, you gotta like know the other side of it, be able to accept that. Pride gets in the way of that, and it's just like no, thank you, blessing from the universe. I'm good. I'll take care of myself.
Yeah.
And it's like
No, thank
okay,
you.
fine, you know.
Right.
But like being grateful is just like thank you. Accept it as there will come a time where that is like there's like it comes around.
I kind of like these surprises like that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Accepting it.
Yeah. I've been like saved out of potentially really terrible situations by strangers that say weird shit to me. Like I don't know why, but I had to pick you up and whatever. You know.
Yeah.
Will you let him in, Carter? I think that's Brandy.
Yeah. Kindness teaches gratitude. I feel like accept it and like encourages perpetuating it. You know.
Is it that kindness teaches gratitude, or is gratitude something someone has to learn for himself?
Kindness is a good teacher. I mean, you're presented with the opportunity to learn that lesson. Can I learn to be grateful? Because sometimes people, having a hard time with pity, feeling pity, doesn't feel good, even though it serves your needs.
Yeah.
So, letting go of that need to live up to some stranger's expectation of what a deserving person is, to let go of that and through asking and accepting, it shows up in mysterious ways.
That's true. Okay, yeah, I dig it.
Alright.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
cute,
so we're
Brandy.
like,
Brandy Brad.
All right.
Thanks, Bird.
Happy
That's
housewarming.
so cute.
And there's a rock in there. It tipped over in my car, so sorry it's not as.
That's beautiful.
This rock.
The Moab rocks.
Is this the one from?
Oh,
Leave it in there, you'll get
This
your
is one of the ones from Devil's
that's
Playground.
pretty, Brandy.
That was in a plant someone else gave
Mike?
us.
Oh,
Could be St. George rock.
that's so
It's got a lot of red.
pretty.
I
It's a
know.
little better organized, but it is what it is.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
And it will keep growing long, but you can keep wrapping it up and keep it full looking. Or cut them off and stick them in water and they'll root.
Okay.
So.
Do you know these kind?
Yes.
Oh.
And yeah, I think Crystal has some cuttings for you too.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Nice.
Crystal has some cuttings for Brandy, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
But thank you so much for this.
Oh, yeah.
First can put it together.
Very welcome.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Can I ask, where do you think this plant will live? Is it going to live like right here or?
There's
Do you
not a
know?
ton of light up here. I don't think these
That's
need a ton of
true.
light.
Yeah.
And there's one over there that almost died,
Oh.
and it just kept growing on a long vine, and like the last two leaves survived, and so it's just like two leaves at the end of the stem.
Oh, okay.
Can you cut that off and re-propagate it?
Probably, but I thought it was cool, just still being a vine.
Right.
We called it.
Yeah.
It was in the other house, and we're like, all right, we'll see what happens. And we came
Nice.
back.
that's pretty cool.
Cool. Oh, yeah.
Well, Brandy, we were talking about a time when someone did a small act of kindness for us and how it impacted us. And Cam is just going right
Kindness, being a teacher, teaching us gratitude if we allow it, kind of shows up in ways that are hard to receive sometimes. One of those, whatever, like love or happiness. We all want that, but then sometimes it shows up and you're like, don't know how to accept it.
Yeah.
Receive it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's where I learned gratitude, is letting go of that. Like feeling pitied, and having pride, and letting go of that. Recognizing during that time, like I had needs, and I was in a unique circumstance, and those needs were still met. So that taught me like faith and gratitude, and just like knowing that
Trust.
I'm good. Yeah, just trust.
That's
Surrender.
powerful. That's super powerful. That's where we're all feeling at right now, having an issue, wrapping our heads around collective trust. Thank you for sharing that.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry. Or,
You're sorry?
Why?
Can I
Just
tell
ready to
a
talk about
little?
the difference
I know I
between
just
sorry and
spoke.
apologize.
Can I tell a short story that goes along with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So it was interesting. The other night I was at the gas station, and I've had these cool rocks from my grandpa in my backpack usually. Like I've been giving them out, and or when I feel a kid or I meet someone cool, or you know, when I to you guys or whatever.
Carter.
And so
Dylan
then the other day I was at the gas station smoking a cigarette outside, and there was this car full of women that drove. They were like wearing jackets like this. Like I was like, oh yay, chickadees, you know. I'm just smoking a cigarette, waiting for my friend Lacey to come out, and they were listening to Iggy Azalea, and I was like, okay, can I come over and say hi? And they're like, yeah, come on over. And I went over and said hi, and then they started to be cunts to me. Sorry. They were very rude to me. They, very highly rude, very disrespectful. They were making fun of me. They said they were Mormon. I don't know if they were or not. I was like, I wasn't drunk. I'm just, you know, drunk on love and chilling. And, you know, I have a lot of energy. I was dancing for them. They were liking that at first. And then, like, I was like, hey, like, what are you guys doing? I'm just, like, just to chat. It's like, I said, I'm not trying to join. I'm just like, what are you guys doing tonight? You know, how's your night going, you know? And they're like, oh, you know, good, whatever, you know. And I'm like, cool, yeah. They're like, how's your night going? And I'm like, cool, good. I might go to Kamikazes and listen to some live music, local music, you know, whatever. Maybe go home, chill. And they're like, oh, yeah, we don't drink, we're Mormon. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll show that, whatever. Like, yeah, I don't care. And so I kind of walk away and laugh a little bit to myself, smoke a cigarette. And then as they're leaving, I wanted to give them some cute stones. Like, I knew they were making fun of me, like, oh, we don't get fires, you know, like, whatever. But I was like, you know, I've heard that so much, it doesn't really offend me. That's not what offended me. I wasn't really upset. I thought it was kind of funny. I was like, okay, cool, like, I'm just trying to chill, bro. You wanna smoke some weed? I'm just kidding. I'm like, no, we're Mormon. No, I'm just kidding. So, anyways, and to be honest, the woman that was driving the car seemed drunk to me. Like, and I could be misjudging the situation, but she did seem like she was drunk driving. She was drinking. I don't know if she was lying about being Mormon or not. She just didn't seem like she was in a responsible place to me. At least as far as I could see. I was concerned about her driving, as far as I could see, because I know what it looks like to be drunk. You know, I've seen it many times. Anyways, long story short, I was like, you know, it's not my, I can't get involved with the cops myself because of my charges, so I cannot be the one to get involved with this situation right now, you know. It's not safe for me. So I see her drive away, and I'm like, do you want one of my, I have like these beautiful stones from Great Grandpa Carl. I'm like, hey, I have a gift for you. And they're like, I don't need your shit, bitch. And I'm like, so then that's when I got mad.
Like, I didn't think Mormons talk like that.
Yeah, I was like, you Mormon bitch? Are you Mormon cunt? You don't come at me. You gonna come at me like that? You know, I had 10 cops on me last week. You gonna come at me like that right now? Do you know I'm Carly Elizabeth? Motherfucker that plays the harp? This is a felony? You don't even know who you're talking to, bitch. Sorry. That's when I'm like, okay, now my ego's getting up. I'm in a rage. Let it go, bitch. Let it go. Because I was so angry that she didn't accept my gift. And then that was, to me, I was like, that's giving unconsensual gifts. Like, if someone doesn't want your gift, don't force it upon them.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
a huge learning lesson for me. And
Yeah.
that was the first time.
Gotta
I
learn
swear
that.
to my life, that was the first time someone's never accepted my gift before. Because I give out pretty fucking cool gifts.
You really do.
Sorry. Anyways. So, okay. You guys go on.
Thanks,
So I can go next. I've been trying to really rack my brain on this one. I had a lot of really, small, nice things done. And while I was working, Ken would come and bring our office tea every day, and he didn't even have to. I always thought that was beautiful and was the most beautiful thing that uplifted us. My mom is always she's never been very loud about her love, but the way she acts and the tiny things she'll do just blow my brain.
Wow.
So I'm gonna pick this kind of offshoot story I was thinking about just the other day.
Okay.
Last year my twin and I threw a Halloween party, which we're throwing another one on the 21st. If any of you would like to come.
I'll be there
Over at
playing.
my dad's house where we do all the other classes.
Hell yeah.
He's doing some DJing for us that
Yep,
night.
Kelly's gonna play some. He's gonna produce some music for
Or
us.
producing, yeah, he's gonna play his music.
So I was having this Halloween party, and it was going really well. And, great night, everyone was going very smoothly. At the end of the night, I decided to eat some mushrooms, and I was just hanging out. And I wanted to go lie down, but there were so many people still in the house. I remember going to lie down, and anytime I heard a loud noise, I'd jump up and I'd go and check on it. And I probably did that 3 times before, what's his name? Omar. This guy named Omar comes up to me. He sees me. He's been watching me get up and down the couch. And he says, "Ashton, don't get up from that couch again. You deserve to rest right now." And it was this moment where he didn't, I knew he didn't think anything of it, but for me, it was this total act of, I was going through a lot of people pleasing stuff at the time, so it was kind of this almost permission to rest. But at the moment, it was just so beyond what I needed. I felt like I could just let go and relax for the first time, and I don't know however long I'd been going through this emotional thing. But it was just this moment to me that I keep thinking back to, where I'm like, he just said that so offhandedly, didn't even think about it, I'm certain. I think about it all the time. And those are the kind of acts of small kindness that you never know how much you're going to affect someone. You never know how much something's going to stick in someone's brain.
Yeah, that's way cool.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Can I ask
Sure,
you
that way.
a question? What's an act of what's one of the last or one of the dearest memories of an act of love your mom's done for you, if you feel like sharing?
Yeah, sure. A lot of different things for me. Honestly, I think that the biggest, the kindest thing my mom ever did for me recently was she told me so clearly that she wasn't judging me for smoking and experimenting with substances.
Oh, wow.
I was really judging myself harshly for being around my mom. I don't know if I'd smoked some weed or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I was really just judging myself harshly because I knew my parents didn't raise me in this exploration.
Yeah.
So as I started going into it, I was really worried to let my mom know about that side of my life. But as time went on, she found more and more about it. She'd come and hang out with me while I was smoking.
Okay.
And I was still feeling comfortable. Just recently, she came up to me and she caught me. She caught me. She made fun of. She was acting as if she caught me. And she and I realized, but halfway through, I'm like, oh my God, she's doing this on purpose to show me how little she cares. And I was like, wow, thank you, Mom, for just seeing that I was holding that and being willing to go poke me and show me that was okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's awesome. I love that.
Agreed.
I have a story that I can share right now.
Okay.
Just this last weekend, I went down to Leeds and St. George for a couple days.
Oh yeah.
And they had no idea what I was doing. This is one of those all right, I value the presence so much that I was just I'm feeling compelled. I got this invitation to come in. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just gonna go. And I went, and a million Nick stories I could tell you from this trip, but I'll share this one because it was just so special to me. So this trip's almost over, and my friend Z offers to give me a massage, and I am 100% like, yes, please, 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 I can use this.
Yeah.
I went and got in the shower. Had no idea that I was going to have, I thought it was just going to be a 5-minute shower real quick. I had like an hour and a half experience that I still don't know how to put into words, and it's probably not the best setting to try to tell all that right now. But essentially, I learned some new skills that made me even more present. And I learned how to become even more liquid. And like I felt myself drip over myself and become a big pile of water that was doing everything I was doing. Right after that, I get a massage. During this massage, while she's working on me, I'm like, oh my gosh, my body, I've never felt better. I've never felt better in my entire life. I'm saying this inside my head. Never felt better in my entire life. And then I said it out loud to Z. I said, Z, I have never felt better in my entire life. And instantaneously, while she's providing this most loving act of kindness, I didn't tell you one thing beforehand. While she's working, right before this happened, while she's working on me, I felt like, are those my hands or her hands? This is the weirdest thing. It feels like those are my hands. Massaging myself. I can feel myself do all this. Like I'm the one. What in the...
Oh, interesting.
It's so cool because I know that I'm projecting everything on the outside of me and I'm tapping into the true strength that lies inside. But I've never had this experience yet where I'm like, it's that palpable, like, wow. So I'm saying I never felt better in my entire life. I say it out loud to her. I've never felt better in my entire life. And instantaneously, on the speaker, the music we were listening to, the guy singing says, I've never felt better in my entire life.
Whoa!
And I was like, what the? I just said it and I sang it to myself. I saw myself and I heard myself sing it to myself. I was like, this is crazy.
Wow.
That but I was leaning into the epitome of kindness. I was trying to be there 100% for myself. Whereas before, I've always held out small little amounts of like, oh, I need to hang on to that part of my story, to that pain. I still need to hang on to that. But I was just in a full state of full surrender, getting the most amazing. Just I can't thank Z enough for how impactful it was in my life. At the same time, I'm realizing this is me being the ultimate of kind to myself. Like, I deserve this. I deserve this. Yes, I don't want to deny myself any of this anymore. Anyway, that is one experience that I had down there that ties into small act of kindness and impact. Yeah.
It's good. Thanks for sharing.
There's so many other things I can tell you guys about that trip, but this doesn't really fit the topic as perfectly. The kindness thing.
I would say the extension of self and the offering of housing. Because I've technically been rent-free, unhoused, homeless, whatever the fuck you want to call it, since April of 2019.
Wow.
I have
Oh, yeah.
slept not indoors a grand total of maybe 2 months of that time, and a lot of that was camping.
Wow.
Wow.
Probably because you wanted to camp.
Yeah.
Or glamping when it was.
It wasn't like you had to camp. You
Yeah, no,
wanted to. Right?
yeah, it was definitely trips for camping.
Oh yeah.
So, like, I mean, there's a whole bunch of people I could bank for that on, you know, it was, some of them it was a little bit more outputting of themselves to do so, and some of them it was like just some, you know, whatever, their space, use it. You know.
Oh, yeah.
But it has been a pretty wonderful constant that has never really even had to be sought.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
Well,
Okay.
because you're so damn likable, everybody wants you around anyway.
Yeah, they're like,
So-
"Hey, please live with me, like."
Continue to be likable.
Yeah, how do I
your
keep this guy
wisdom.
around me? That's how I feel.
I can't be alone with myself. Please live with me. No, I'm just kidding.
First time I met Link, I said, "Hey, what's your why?" He said, "I just believe every human needs to be approached with love, healing intent." I was
Same.
like,
Same.
I just wanted to hold him forever. I was like,
Yeah.
"You with me?"
I had never heard a sentence like that before, and I was like, that makes sense.
Well, if you're gonna have a baseline philosophy or guiding principle, it ought to be something that again allows you from a place of a higher vibration and true heart to not have to give a fuck if anybody likes what you're doing.
The
All that
other-
anxiety
not
gone,
giving
the
me
worrying, this is people pleasing, all the bullshit, it's just fucking gone. You don't have to do.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, if it's not accommodating to you, feel free to speak up. I will, I will take my energy elsewhere. It's not a huge big deal.
Yeah.
But no, I've been incredibly blessed with the extension of lots of housing and food things that are otherwise I would probably neglect because those are things that are kind of to me.
They're what to you?
Eh.
Home.
The
Or a physical home.
the self-care things are less necessary than the comforts which we have adapted and habituated ourselves into.
I like that.
Yeah. Link, while you were talking, I just had a total, like, it circles right back in. This gal I was just telling you guys about, Z, she's the one that gave me that massage table.
Oh.
Now, think about this. Look at how that act of kindness, she gives that to me. I give that to you. Look at how many people you've already pulled that out. At the minute you pull out the massage table, you're not camping anymore, you're glamping.
Yeah.
The kindness we've been able to give to each other from that table, the kindness that you've been able to, I know one day you dropped by Kelly's, Cam's, and someone else all in one day.
Moroni. Actually, all three of them were here because we didn't have time to do it at Kelly's. So we came down here, but all three of them here.
Oh, that was when Moroni played for you guys.
Yeah.
While you're getting
While Cam was getting a massage, Cam got some multi-dimensional kind of treatment.
That's,
Oh, yeah.
sounds good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was something else. That wasn't a normal massage.
Yeah, no, I can only imagine if Moroni was singing or playing while you're getting.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, we went out to Devil's Playground a couple days ago.
Or like
and
Carly playing the harp.
did some hours of recording. Like what, 2, 4, or like 5 different cameras.
Wow.
Really?
For different locations all around the campground. Like I gotta get Moroni some of those videos so he can start putting them all together.
Oh yeah.
Because 2 of them were. I think I have two of the video sources.
That's fun.
Oh yeah, interesting. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, if we do like the massage thing for other people, I would love to play the harp.
Carly,
That-
I can
that
that's the
would be-
dreamiest
Okay.
thing.
That would be.
Play the harp
Is that
if you want.
okay?
Give me
Do you want
Well,
that?
Would you like a professional harpist named Carly, your friend, to play for you while you get your massage? Nah. Skip. Hard pass.
No, that's that bitch at the gas station. Nah,
Hard pass.
I don't need you to play harp while I get a massage. I'm good, girl.
Who needs a
Oh,
massage?
okay,
No,
cool. You do you, girl.
Massage should
You're missing
always
out.
be accompanied with music because then the hands don't have
You
to
do
just
you.
work, they can
I'll
dance.
do you.
Say that last part.
As I say, music should always accompany massage because then the hands go from working to dancing.
You're right.
Right?
So
Yeah,
That's so true.
it accompanies the masseuse. Doctors should have this too. I studied
He
music
knows.
therapy
He knows.
Yeah.
for like 5 years at Utah State University, and I did everything except the internship because I was too depressed to be a therapist, and my professors hated me, and I was like, I'm gonna become a heart professional. And then I was like, just kidding. But yeah, there was these. So at one point I studied. I never saw one in person. I'd really like to make one actually myself. There's these beds, massage beds with strings under them, built under them.
what?
Harp beds.
Oh, yeah.
What?
We talked about those.
That sounds incredible.
Yeah.
What? And then you just get down on below and play from down underneath?
Yeah, they lay on the table, and like, you know, you could have more people to help work with you, but like this lady that I met, she lives in Salt Lake actually. I should hit her up. I never met her in person, just over emails and stuff. So I was really interested in her work, and she would lay them down on the table, and I think it was more sound healing. I don't know if she actually did touch with her clients, but I think it'd be cool to, you know, do the massage. It was more, and then have the strings. There's a little cushion, but it's probably gonna be kind of thin so the strings can vibrate. But anyways, yeah.
That sounds. I want that experience.
Me
There's nothing. The harp.
Seems like a
I'll
good
teach you how you all to play, or you can ask me how to play, because you probably all can
It's a
pick
deal.
it up very easily.
Yeah. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Dude. Story. Are you snitching right now? Did that hurt? Okay, he said sorry. Good. I appreciate that.
Valuable life
Sorry.
lessons. We should be learning.
Hey, is it gonna be okay? Alright, Carter, don't do it again. Okay, cool. Don't do it again. Okay, don't do it again. Thanks.
Where's your restroom?
If you go downstairs, that's the door straight that way.
Okay.
Anybody else have a time? Who's kind?
I do. That's. I mean, there's. Ashton said. I remember. I think probably one of my lowest times that I can remember this having such a huge impact on me. When I left